Buffalo Bills versus the Rams are saying it could be a trap game for Bills Mafia, and in this video I want to break down the matchups, injury report, and much more. The Rams are 6-6. They have 9 players on the injury report, including Matt Stafford ahead of their matchup versus the 10-2 Buffalo Bills. Just some side notes, the Buffalo Bills have a 4-1 record against the Los Angeles Rams in their last 5 matchups. In their last 5 head-to-head matchups, Buffalo has scored 141 points versus the Los Angeles, while they've only allowed 75 points. So the real question here is this truly a trap game for the Buffalo Bills? Just to get a sense of the Buffalo Bills and the total passing yards, Detroit Lions, #1 in the NFL with 3,300 passing yards, and you go all the way down here to the Buffalo Bills. I mean, we're at 2,700 passing yards. I mean, we're definitely below average in the NFL in total passing yards. But what we are is very effective. Total rushing yards in the NFL, the Ravens are first with 2,300 total rushing yards, and the Bills are slightly above the middle of the pack here with 1,500 total rushing yards. And again, we are very effective, scoring a lot of touchdowns. So total rushing touchdowns, the Bills are 4th best in the NFL. Not a lot of rushing yards, but 4th best in the NFL with 21 total rushing touchdowns. In passing net, not the most passing yards in the NFL, but still, look at this, 20 total passing touchdowns. Top in the NFL. And this is the Rams too. Look at the Rams, who we are playing, 17 total passing touchdowns. The Bills with 20 total passing touchdowns. I mean, it just shows you how effective the Rams passing game actually is. I mean, total passing yards, they have actually thrown for more total yards than the Buffalo Bills. This is where a well-balanced offense comes in. The Buffalo Bills, again, 21 total rushing yards, and the Rams all the way down here at only 10. So while the Bills are maintaining their effectiveness, passing it with passing yards compared to passing touchdowns, the Rams are doing that with passing for more yards, close to the same amount of touchdowns, but rushing yards, 1,200 total rushing yards, only 10 rushing touchdowns. The Buffalo Bills are at 1,500 total rushing yards and more than doubling the amount of touchdowns. So the Bills are just more effective as an offense passing it and running it than the Rams, which makes the Rams very one-dimensional. There's no threat of the Rams necessarily running the ball against us in this game. Therefore, we could play more against the pass, against Cooper Kupp and their weapons. And now defensively, the Buffalo Bills are top in the NFL in allowing the fewest passing yards against us defensively. And you got to go down to basically the middle of the pack here for the Rams at 28-17. Bills are at 25-89. Total touchdowns, the Bills have allowed 16 total passing touchdowns. The Rams have allowed 20 total passing touchdowns. The Bills going against Derrick Henry and having some long runs ripped off against us have really deflated our overall rushing yards. So you can see we're definitely below the middle of the pack in the NFL, allowing 1,463 total rushing yards. The Rams have allowed 1,730 total rushing yards so far this season. So they're actually doing worse against us, against the run. Total touchdowns, we could see here that the Bills have allowed 7 total rushing touchdowns, which really is not that bad. And the Rams have allowed 10 total rushing touchdowns. When we take a look at the totals in the NFL. To go over the Buffalo Bills injury report, we have Dalton Kincaid, who's questionable with a knee. He was a limited participant in practice. Trey Granville is questionable with the groin. Keon Coleman is questionable. He's dealing with that wrist injury. And it is a wrist, right? It's not a lower body injury. It's nothing that serious. I think we're just being extra cautious with Keon Coleman. Dwayne Carter, questionable with the wrist. He was a full participant in practice. Keon Coleman was limited in practice. So Amari Cooper dealing with the wrist as well. He was a full participant in practice, and we all saw him catch that amazing one-handed catch with the hurt wrist. Taylor Rapp, safety, injury is a neck. He was limited in practice. Quentin Morris dealing with the shoulder. He was a full participant. Matt Milano played last week dealing with the bicep, but full participant. Reggie Gilliam with the hip, full participant. Spencer Brown, the ankle, full participant. Casey Toohill, knee, he was a full participant. And Curtis Samuel dealing with a foot. Some are saying potential turf toe, but he was also a full participant in practice. For the Rams, Tyler Higbee, tight end, is ruled out. He was a full participant in practice, so something to keep in mind. Katari Levinson is out dealing with an ankle. A.J. Jackson, offensive line, dealing with a foot. He was a limited participant in practice. He's only played 5 games so far this year. Will he come back against the Buffalo Bills? Being limited in participant practice, I don't know if he will. Jared Verse, outside linebacker, dealing with an ankle, limited participant in practice, but they have not ruled either of these players out. Matt Stafford, his status is unknown. He was a full participant in practice. He's dealing with an ankle. And I think that's something deceiving with Matt Stafford is his ability to run with it. And if he does have a hurt ankle, I don't know how adventurous he's going to want to be against the Buffalo Bills. Wide receiver Demarcus Robinson, hand injury. He was a full participant in practice. Similar to Keon Coleman, similar to Amari Cooper. I think he's going to be pretty much good to go. Cooper Kupp, just a standard rest day for him. He was a full participant in practice. Offensive line, Rob Havenston, it's just a simple rest day. He's going to be good to go. Tyler Davis, injury to the ankle. Defensive line, he was a full participant in practice. I just want to say, anyone that says that does not understand what this Buffalo Bills team is all about, because we are so focused. It is not a trap game. You know, from where we came from, we know that the Buffalo Bills understand how important each and every single game is in the NFL. We're not going to overlook any opponent any given week. We're currently fighting to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. And this article here literally says that, you know, this person was a Bills fan for 20-year playoff drought, including myself. And I agree, like, we've never seen a team this good. And I think the Buffalo Bills, that's just it. We are a team. Like, we're a close, tight-knit bond, fighting for one another. Even Jordan Phillips was stated, hey, look, like, I haven't had success in other places because other places really want to try to pad the stats of other players. It's not necessarily this team unit allowing individuals to do really what they are good at. And I think the Bills are really in the best shape that they've been in since the playoff drought to make the Super Bowl. We're 10-2. The last time we started this strong was in 2020 when we started 9-3. So this really shows you how strong the Buffalo Bills really are. Josh Allen's on fire. The turnover differential's the best in the NFL. You know, the penalties, yes, we do need to cut down on the penalties. I think that should be a focus in this game, is cutting down the penalties. And Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp and Puka, like, they have some weapons there. And I think it will be a good battle for Christian Benford and also Rasul Douglas, Damar Hamlin, Taylor Rapp. You know, if Taylor Rapp can't go because of the injury, you know, maybe we get Cole Bishop out there, get some experience in case there is an injury later in the playoffs. So this definitely is not a trap game by any means for Bills Mafia, but I do think the Bills should be focused on staying innovative. You know, don't be complacent here. Like, we already made playoffs. We're already AFC East champions. I think we still need to go out and still figure things out for ourselves and still improve. And there are areas for improvement. I don't think this is a trap game for the Buffalo Bills. I think we know the threat that the Rams have here with Matthew Stafford and their passing attack offensively. Now, defensively, they haven't really done too well, but this creates a great opportunity for players like Ray Davis, Ty Johnson, you know, even Curtis Samuel continuing to develop that continuity with Josh Allen. You know, a lot of people are upset with the production of Curtis Samuel. We saw it in the injury report that we discussed that he was dealing with a foot injury, and it seems like he was a full participant in practice all week. And if we don't have Keon Coleman, if we don't have Dalton Kincaid again this game, we're going to need Amari Cooper. We're going to need Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Mac Hollins, some other players to step up to the plate. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. That's how you're going to support me for keeping this channel alive. Also, check the links down below in the description. You guys can get $50 off Course Careers. That's personally how I started my full-time remote job in 2024, was going through Course Careers, free introduction course, finding the career path that was best for me, and I committed to it, passed it, graduated, got a certificate, and then they linked me with people and hiring managers. So I definitely recommend that. Off of the Buffalo Fan Shop merch, 5XL. You guys can get small to 5XL shirt sizes. A great Christmas gift. Different colors, different styles. Over 50 reviews, and they're all 5-star. So I highly recommend checking out the Buffalo Chicken Wing merch and the Buffalo Etsy store link down below. But I appreciate you. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.